Alright, so yes, I grew another Type B channel where I blew it up in not 30 days, surprisingly. Usually I do it in 30 days, but this one actually took a lot longer, and that's actually one of the main points of this video that I'll get into later. But this one took about 3 months before it started getting traction. And actually, this isn't my channel. This is actually one of my clients that I coached, and I helped him be able to grow this channel. And I've actually helped him grow a lot of other channels in the past. I have another case study on this channel somewhere. I might link the video in the description if I remember. But anyway, his channel's doing really, really well. Basically, like 5 days ago, he was getting nothing, and it looked like that for a long time. So I'll show you the last 90 days when he started. And yeah, I mean, 10 views, 5 views, and he stuck it out like for 3 months straight, getting barely any views. It took him 2 months to start breaking past 100 views a day. And he just stuck to it every single day. He didn't miss a single day. He never missed a day. And so, it's easy to do well when you're willing to put in the work, you know? Because I could have told him everything I know, and I could have taught him the things that I did and showed him exactly what to do. But if he wasn't going to post every single day like I told him to, he wouldn't have gotten these results. So at the end of the day, it's on him, right? And he did very well. So yeah, I mean, just recently, literally just recently, one of his videos started hitting the algorithm, and now what's cool is once one of your videos start hitting the algorithm, your entire catalog starts hitting the algorithm. And so that's why this graph looks so exponential, right? We had a little bit of a dip today, but look, not every single day is just gonna keep going up. I wish that's how it works. That's how it never works though in any business or in anything in life. There's always gonna be ups and downs, but the views are very consistent. And as you can see, we did start to see a significant drop. The views actually cut in half earlier today, right? Obviously that was in the AM, right? It was when everyone was asleep. But the fact that at 3 a.m., 1, 2 a.m., we're still pulling 456 views in an hour on a channel, on a brand new channel with 600 subs, which basically we got all these subs in the last 5 days. That's pretty damn good. Okay, I'd say that's pretty damn good. And then, in the peak hours, like the peak times, we're doing 1,000 views an hour, which is double his sub count. Okay, which again, we grew all these subs in the last 5 days. So algorithm's doing its thing. And so anyway, what's nice is like the whole catalog is taking off, and what's cool is it's not like it's just falling off right after, right? This is a video he posted today, and it was doing all right, right? And in the last like 45 minutes, you can see it's definitely significantly taking off more, and is now getting 100 views an hour, which if you do the math on that, that's 2,400 views a day. This video could easily hit 100,000 views within the next month or two. So as you can see, like it got a significant amount of views, and it started going down more, and now it's going back up. So like I said, this stuff is cyclical, but what's really cool is his engagement. So if you get the average view duration right, you're basically set up to blow up. And this is what I try to tell a lot of people is if you focus on the numbers, there's no way that the math will fail, right? So again, if you look at his click-through rate too, his click-through rate before they started launching it out, right? They launched it out at 2 hours and 20 minutes. That's when they started putting it in the algorithm heavily. And that's exactly when the click-through rate goes down, but that's because they're pushing it out. But before that, it had a 22% click-through rate at the highest hour, right? Which means that his thumbnails are really good. And when your thumbnails are good and your average view duration is really good, guess what's going to start happening? The video is going to start taking off, and that's exactly what's happening. And this is just the video he dropped today. We have another video here that's doing 100 views an hour as well. And this video is doing significantly well. As you can see, 65 subs already gained from it, 10,000 views. It had a significant drop, I'd say, definitely towards the nighttime. And I wouldn't say it was because of the nighttime. I'd say it's because the algorithm just kind of switched it off. But then it started testing it again towards the AM, and now it's starting to get picked back up, which is cool. So basically, like on a new channel, when you start going viral, you're gonna see a bunch of automatic, like they'll switch you off from the algorithm like that, and then they'll put you back in a little. They're like kind of testing you out and seeing how the audience is reacting to your music, right, or to your videos. And they're just basically, when they shut you off the algorithm, it's because they're analyzing the data that they just got from pushing you out. If it's good, then they'll keep pushing you out again. And that's exactly what's happening here. So really cool. Honestly, I know I'm kind of more serious right now, but it's just because like I'm super excited about my client here. And, you know, anytime I can help people get the results that I've gotten, it's a win-win. You know, it's a huge win for everyone. So again, look at the engagement on here. 1 minute 53-second average view duration. These are the numbers you need to be shooting for. Obviously, my client has really, really good beats. Okay, they're really freaking good. And his click-through rate's amazing because he listened to me when I told him what type of thumbnails to go for his niche. How to, you know, I told him to implement all the retention hacks that I know, which is why he's getting such a crazy average view duration. Obviously, you need good beats, but I've had clients that had really, really good beats that started posting and they'd get like a 20-second average view duration because they didn't know how to format it correctly. They didn't know how to arrange it correctly for the algorithm. And this is like the nerdy stuff, you know. I know a lot of producers don't think about this stuff, but this is the stuff that I think about. And by the way, if you have no idea who I am, and you're like, who is this guy talking about, you know, the clients he's helping, what has he actually done for himself? My bad, I should have mentioned that at the start of this video, but basically I've made well over 250K selling beats, and I did that all before I graduated high school. I'm 19 now, and I have managed to get crazy revenue off beats and YouTube ad revenue with the Type Beat space year after year. All this revenue is just from this one channel here. Got 30 million views. I've sold a lot of beats on BeatStars and other platforms like that, and I've grown channels in country, pop, R&B, trap, you name it, I've done it. Even some of the most hard niches to get in, like I blew this channel up in 2 uploads and got to 500,000 views in 12 uploads. And I mean, Lil Baby, like any niche, I've done it. And yeah, so that's a little bit about me. But back to my client here. Obviously, like, he's crushing it. And I mean, you just gained another subscriber. You gained a couple more subscribers just in the matter of 30 seconds. But what's interesting is that his niche that he went for actually isn't what you would expect, right? It wasn't like the most popular niche. It wasn't a wickedly insane, like, it wasn't Drake type beat. I'll say that. It's not Drake. It's not Travis Scott. It's not one of those type of niches. It's actually a little more abstract, you could say. And it's not just like trap, right? I wouldn't call it that. It's actually targeting an audience that is more likely to buy beats because it's targeting older people, in my opinion, like people from 30, 35, 40, maybe 25 on the lower end. By the way, I'm not saying you're old if you're 30 or 35. I'm just saying you're more mature, and people who are more mature like usually have more money to spend, rather than, you know, like 16-year-old kids freestyling in the bathroom. They're probably not going to be buying beats, right? So that's why this niche is so awesome, because one, he's getting an insane amount of traffic, and it's the right type of people that you want if you want to sell beats. So that's always what I shoot for. Is I don't try getting people to blow up on like splurge type beat, or even some niches that I've gotten a lot of traction in, like Big Scar or Pooh Shiesty type beats. Like, unfortunately, those beats just don't really sell that much compared to like boom bap beats or soul R&B stuff. In my experience, those beats just sell so much more, and like all my friends that are big in the type beat space, they've said that as well. Like a lot of my guys who have even like 100K on YouTube on their R&B channel, they compare it to their trap beat channel, and it's like night and day between the sales. So it's cool. You know, it just shows proof of concept. Like, my whole thing is always maximizing profit and positioning my clients in the right niche to be able to maximize profit, but also get a lot of traffic at the same time. My client here is actually doing 10K a month right now, and because this isn't our first channel that we've launched. On his other channel, we grew his views by 400% within 30 days of me starting to coach him. I've been coaching him for a few months now, but yeah, 10K a month, not bad. We're gonna work on continuing to raise those numbers. But some key takeaways is, if we look in the analytics a bit more, right? His average view duration in general is 1 minute 37 seconds, which is wild. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. If you have an average view duration like this all around, that means you've figured out the algorithm. You've cracked the code, and right. So So he applied every single thing that I've taught him. And this just goes to show like what happens when you don't know what you're doing, right? This is probably what your views are looking like right now. If you don't know what you're doing and you're just trying to figure everything out, but you're stuck, this is probably what your views look like now. But if you streamline the process and actually get guidance for how to actually do the stuff from someone who's done it before, then your views can look like this. And this is just a perfect example of that. So his retention here is like literally insane. And actually I have a video on my channel where I cover basically everything about the Typebeat space step by step. Even if you're a beginner or whatever, if you're kind of struggling with the Typebeat stuff and it's a little overwhelming, I think that'd be a perfect video for you to start with. So go ahead and watch that after you watch this video. I'll leave it in the description for you. But yeah, his retention is just crazy. And if we look at his audience too, you can see exactly when your viewers are actually watching your beats, and that's exactly when you want to be posting. So it's stuff like this, like where you kind of get a little more nerdy, is where you want to like actually go into your own analytics, right? Because I always say this, like when you're starting off in the Typebeat space, what you're kind of doing is just copying like who you want to be. So for example, if you want to make boom bap beats, you might be copying someone like Lethal Needle. He's huge in that space, and so you might be like trying to replicate his sound or replicate his thumbnails or his titles, his SEO, all that stuff, to hopefully get the same or close amount of success, right? But once you start getting success, the best thing to do after that is actually going into your own analytics and seeing, okay, let me study my own business here. Let me study like what's working for me and double down on that, right? You want to triple down on that. And that's exactly what we're doing here to scale this channel. So you also can see, okay, where are like what's the gender? Okay, so the main gender is male. So if you're making your emails, you can kind of, you know, and you might not know much about the email marketing side of things, but if say you're, you know, sending out email campaigns or have email automations to on the back end to convert these listeners into buyers in an effective way, then yeah, you're gonna kind of tailor your emails more to the male side of things, right? Just because you're looking at your own data, and that's how you know that. And then also like for landing pages, if you ever got nerdy with that, like, you know, okay, everyone's on mobile basically, right? So you kind of know to cater things more to that. And then also your gender, right? Like I said, sorry, not the gender, the age is, you know, mainly older people. That's what you want to see, is they're older, 25 to 34. I'm not saying you're old if you're that age, but you know what I mean, you're more mature. So yeah, and if we go to the main video that's really taking off right now, it's cool because a lot of the views are from playlists and browse features. So usually when a channel kind of takes off, it's usually mainly from suggested, which it is from suggested, you know, 60% of the views are, but 23%, almost a quarter, are from browse features, which is super good. And that, if you don't know what that is, it's just like the homepage. So that's like really cool to see, because that means like it's going viral, you know, and we're not just relying on suggested. And it looks like the browse features is taking off more lately than before, because if we dive into the analytics, as you can see, yeah, like browse features, it's definitely exponentially going up, which is what you want to see. And also the search views, 1,000 views are from search, meaning that he's actually ranking. You know, that means this video is not just like gonna blow up and then fall off. This is a video that's probably gonna hit, this video could hit 1 million views. You know, you never know. At this rate, it easily could. And what's cool here too is the other YouTube features. What this is basically when people click on the video but don't finish it and then come back. Okay, they come back maybe an hour or two later, right? That's cool because 1,700 views came from that, meaning people are watching it, and that's what's causing the watch time to just keep going through the roof. And playlists too, you know, playlist views is crazy, because once you're in the playlist algorithm, that's kind of like the mixes that you'll see, like the YouTube will auto generate these mixes. That's when you really start getting a lot of views as well. So yeah, I mean, almost 500,000 impressions within like 5 days, or really like 3 days. And the click-through rate's actually starting to go up the more it gets pushed out. And when that happens, yeah, I mean, this video could easily hit 1 mil. It's already at 62K within a few days. Yeah, easily could just start crushing it. It already is crushing it, but hey. So yeah, hopefully you got some sauce out of this. And at the bare minimum, I hope this like actually inspired you and showed you that like this stuff is possible. It's possible for someone like you. And if you'd like me to coach you one-on-one as well, like I do with my clients here, feel free to apply down below in the description. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.